Welcome, everyone, to this special mini deep dive for Unwrapped. We cover all things BMX and the base ecosystem here. There's some, frankly, huge news breaking right now in the digital asset world. It feels like a real turning point, especially for what we're building. Coinbase, one of the biggest players, they're integrating decentralized exchanges directly into their service.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is just the sheer reach of that.
Yeah.
You're talking about instantly opening up access, trading directly on decentralized exchanges for millions of people.
Yeah.
People who maybe have only ever used, centralized platforms before.
Exactly.
It's not just a small step. It feels more like a leap, doesn't it? Towards like a mainstream adoption of this truly decentralized trading.
It really does. And, from our side, building on Base, getting Deli Swap ready, the timing feels, kind of perfect, actually. This news just throws this huge spotlight onto the potential, the power of decentralized exchanges, right as we're gearing up to introduce Deli Swap.
And if you connect the dots, right, this increased accessibility means the market is sort of primed. Users are ready to explore what makes different decentralized exchanges unique, maybe better for what they need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Deli Swap, which, is built on the cutting edge, Uniswap v4 with those hooks, it's designed with some pretty distinct features in mind for traders, for liquidity providers.
Right. And this is where it gets really interesting for the whole BMX ecosystem. A core design choice for Deli Swap v1 is using wBLT, wrapped BLT as the base pair for every pool.
Yeah, and maybe we should pause on that. Why is that so foundational?
Good question. Because wBLT isn't just, another token out there.
It's important to understand what it actually represents, right? Think of wBLT more like a token that automatically scoops up the value generated across all the BMX ecosystem products.
Exactly.
So things like BMX Classic, Freestyle, Base MediaX, and Deli Swap itself, it takes the fees and sort of auto-compounds that underlying value back into the token.
It's the engine, really, like consolidating value from everything we're building on Base. So when you provide liquidity on Deli Swap, using those wBLT pairs, you're not just helping trades happen, you're directly plugging into and benefiting from that whole ecosystem value capture.
It aligns incentives really nicely.
It does.
And those hooks you mentioned from Uniswap v4, they're pretty crucial for making this work efficiently. They let us do specific things like instantly swap the 97% of LP fees from trades, swap them right into BMX tokens before they get distributed in real time.
Yeah, or structuring the incentive. We're doing daily epochs.
Instead of weekly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Daily epochs for liquidity provider incentives.
Which is, I think, a really great example of optimizing for the user. It means LPs get their incentives much faster.
Right. Reduces opportunity costs, potential exposure to value drift over longer periods, stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Plus, the whole system is designed to be permissionless. That's key, too. Anyone can spin up a pool, set their own fees. They can even stream incentives directly to LPs without needing, our specific okay.
About empowering the community, empowering other protocols to build on top of Deli.
Totally.
It really drives home that vision of BMX as this interconnected ecosystem. Every piece has its job, but they're all engineered to work together to capture real value on chain and then channel it back to core assets like wBLT.
So, okay, bringing it back. What does all this mean for you listening to Unwrapped today? With these big platforms making decentralized exchanges way more accessible, you've suddenly got this rapidly expanding universe of choices for trading, for participating. They're launching right into this new, much more accessible environment.
So as you start exploring these new possibilities, maybe think about what features really matter to you. Is it that efficient value capture we talked about? Is it flexibility in providing liquidity? Is it that permissionless access?
Right.
Because this shift, it isn't just about where you can trade anymore. It's becoming more about how you can actually meaningfully participate in these decentralized networks and, potentially capture some of the value they generate going forward. Definitely something to think about as these doors keep opening up.